The woman was originally a powerful general, but later, she willingly became a housewife, only because she saved a man who was about to jump off a building 20 years ago. The man in front of her had failed in his business. He had not only accumulated huge debts, but his wife had also abandoned him, leaving behind 3 young daughters. In his despair, the man wanted to end his life by jumping off a building. Unexpectedly, the woman happened to pass by. The woman immediately fell in love with him. Not only did she help the man pay off his $10 million debt, but she also helped raise his ex-wife's 3 daughters. 20 years passed. One day, the woman was returning home after buying groceries. She found her husband's ex-wife standing in their house. The woman asked the ex-wife to leave immediately. Unexpectedly, the ex-wife arrogantly refused. She came back because her husband had succeeded in starting a new business. She couldn't bear to leave for the luxurious life he now offered. At that moment, the sound of the daughter's voice came from outside the door. The ex-wife immediately turned into an actress. She smeared ketchup all over her face. Then, after 2 daughters came into the living room, she immediately accused the woman of hitting her. To her surprise, the daughters didn't give the woman a chance to explain. They immediately blamed the woman for being too much. At that moment, the husband returned home. He saw the scene and started cursing the woman viciously. The woman was extremely shocked. Her 20 years of hard work were not even worth as much as the ex-wife who just returned. But the husband looked at her with disdain. In his eyes, the woman was just a nanny taking care of his daughters, while his ex-wife had just secured a $100 million project contract for him. Of course, he preferred his ex-wife. Little did he know, the husband's company grew stronger because the woman had been secretly helping him, using her connections to support him. Even that $100 million project contract had been facilitated by her. The ex-wife was merely taking credit for it. The woman had concealed the truth because she didn't want the husband to feel inferior. She had kept it hidden all along. But the husband laughed loudly. He knew that someone had been helping him all these years. That person was the mysterious and powerful female general. It was not the housewife in front of him. The woman was utterly disappointed. She wanted to leave this place for good, but the husband unwillingly stopped her. He told her to return the things he gave her before she left. The woman was furious. She took off the clothes her husband had given her one by one. Then, she kicked a chair at his head. She warned him not to regret it later. Then, she walked out of the house barefoot. As soon as the woman left, she made a phone call. She intended to personally attend the banquet where the $100 million contract was signed. She was eager to see the despair on her husband's face when he learned the truth. Soon after, the banquet was held as scheduled. The husband invited many wealthy people and nobles to attend. They heard that the mysterious female general would be attending. They all presented incredibly precious gifts. At the same time, the woman elegantly arrived at the hotel. She held a mysterious scroll in her hand. She walked to the corridor but suddenly stopped. It turned out there was a Chinese drum here. This drum was no ordinary instrument. As long as the drum was struck, the drum would send the desires of the drummer to her friend's ears. After the woman struck the drum, a divine dragon suddenly flew around the world. The next moment, the military commander stopped his soldier training. The world's richest person put down a $1 billion contract. They heard the female general's call. They immediately rushed to the hotel where the woman was. The people at the banquet also heard the sound of the drum. As they were wondering, the woman entered gracefully. The husband was extremely angry upon seeing her. How dare this woman come here to bother him? He immediately ordered her to leave. The woman seemed not to hear him. She had come here today to show the wealthy and noble people present the true nature of her husband. She unrolled the mysterious scroll. The crowd was astonished when they saw it. The scroll listed everything the woman had given her husband over the years. It included huge assets, as well as land and company shares. The husband felt no guilt at all. He directly took out a contract of indenture. He claimed it was something the woman had willingly given. The woman had no right to take it back. The woman was utterly shocked. She hadn't expected her husband to be so cunning. It turned out that this contract was one she had been tricked into signing when they had just married. Her husband had deceived her into signing it. The woman immediately slapped her husband. She angrily demanded her husband give her the contract. but the husband sneered coldly. He placed the contract in the center of the stage. Then, he picked up an empty wine bottle and threw it to the ground. Arrogantly, he declared, as long as the woman could walk to the stage, he would return the contract to her. The nobles present, seeing this, also began throwing wine bottles on the ground. They were here to cling to the female general, and the husband was rumored to have a good relationship with the female general. Now, of course, they helped him. Soon, the glass shards covered the entire floor. But the woman was not afraid at all. She gazed at the center of the stage. Aside from the contract, for some unknown reason, her female general's uniform was placed there. It turned out that just a few days ago, the ex-wife had taken over the woman's original bedroom. She searched everywhere for the woman's valuable jewelry. Unexpectedly, she found the uniform. The husband thought the uniform was beautiful. He wanted to present it to the female general at the banquet. The woman once again firmed her resolve. This time, she would not only take back the contract, but also reclaim her general's uniform. She took off her shoes. Without hesitation, she walked over the glass shards. Though the pain was intense, she never looked back. At this moment, the crowd had no idea that the military commander and the world's richest man were about to arrive.